Good afternoon, everyone. How many people are here from semiconductor industry? Not many, so great. So I can, oh, you are, right? So that's good. So I can say whatever I want. So I think, I'm coming from a company called MediaTek. It's a Taiwan-based fabless company. So we design chipsets for several verticals, for example, smartphones, smart TVs, etc. And in India, we have a market share of 48%. So out of 100 phones being sold, 48% are using our chipset. So it's quite a behind-the-scene company, but it's doing a lot of good volume. And about 2 billion devices per year are being powered by MediaTek. So smartphones is one vertical, but then there are verticals like smart TVs, routers, smart speakers, etc. So it is quite a huge opportunity for us in media, in India, because the market here is huge. So that's the reason we are here. And also we have a huge R&D center here. We have about 1,000 engineers in India. And so that's what it is. But so just to give you some kind of a background, in semiconductor industry, there are two kind of big phases for the chip to be made. One is what's called fabless. So that means the chip is designed, and then the chip is manufactured. That's the second phase. So what we are doing is we're the fabless part, where we design the chip, and then it is manufactured by our partners like TSMC. Now, what we are seeing in India now, this week, in fact, we had a Semicon event ongoing. And there's a lot of buzz about Semicon, and that's a good opportunity for not only for companies like us, who are MNCs and GCCs, but also Indian companies who want to get into this this topic. So for the Semicon buzz that we see around us, that is more about manufacturing. So the government of India has given a lot of SOPs in terms of PLI schemes, and now about 10 projects are already approved. Companies like Micron and Tata and PSMC and all that. So that's kind of a huge step which has been taken by India. And we had a lot of false starts earlier in the last 20 or 30 years. But this time we can see a lot of traction, a lot of things happening on the ground. And why this is important for a country like us is, I would say there are three different verticals or three pillars. So one is about job creation. I think that's a given. With this industry coming up, a lot of jobs are getting created. And then there is about foreign exchange. We are big consumers of electronics, products, and chips, and so on. So I think once we start making things in India, that part of the puzzle is already solved. But I feel the most important thing is about the strategic value, if we have the industry here in India for manufacturing and for design. So as an example, I would like to go back to the Kargil War, when we are, about 20 years ago. So at that time, if you remember, it was a tough time, and India was actually denied access to GPS. So that was a big problem for the army, because how do they track what they want to do? And that triggered India to actually have its own GPS, which is called NavIC. And now NavIC is already there, and it is actually more accurate than GPS. So that is a kind of value which local Make in India kind of thing brings to us. But going back to Semicon, I think these 10 projects are just a starting point, and also this is for manufacturing. But also the government has given a lot of PLI schemes for DLI, so it's called DLI, for design link incentive. So they also want to encourage the Indian startups to design the chips here. So manufacturing is one part of it, but also designing is another part. So that is something which is also very exciting. I think this is all the Indian effort which will help to grow the Indian ecosystem. And eventually, I think this will be great for the country. And for MediaTek, I think it is a good opportunity for us, because as and when the local ecosystem builds up, we can actually source our, we can have local consumers, local customers who can use our chips and manufacture the devices. So it's also a great thing for us. And as a GCC, MediaTek is looking at India as a very strong talent pool market, talent pool. We already have 1,000 engineers, and we probably will grow further in the next few years. Because we have seen that globally, India is the most effective talent that we have. And I think our HQ tried all sorts of combinations, but I think India is what is working for them. So I think we'll grow further here, and I'm sure that a lot of GCCs are thinking in that direction. They want to do more and more in India. And I saw someone report that I think 500 GCCs are coming every year, something like that. So that's the kind of buzz that we see here. And but I think this semiconductor itself is a very, very exciting topic these days. And this week's Semicon event is happening as we speak, and it shows a lot of promise. And in fact, last year I was also there in Semicon event, and that time I heard people saying that it was the first time that global CEOs from all different semiconductor companies were under the same roof. And some of them, including gases and chemicals design, and manufacturing. And I heard two of them, they were two competitors, and they were saying, one was asked, why are you here? He said, oh, no, my competition is here, so so I have to be here. There's a FOMO factor. So I think that's the kind of buzz which India is making in this industry. So I think looking very, very positive. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.